Welcome to S24 Spotlight On. Today we focus on one of the defining questions of our time. Who will build the systems that power the future? Around the world, countries are rethinking how they generate energy, store it, move it, distribute it, and use it. But in places like Nigeria and across much of Africa, the question is even more urgent. It is not only about transition, it's about access, reliability, costs, whether businesses can scale, whether industries can compete, and whether development can move at the speed our people need. Our guest today is WANG Dennis AIZHONG, CEO of ENLIGHT Technology Company Limited, a company working across photovoltaic, energy storage, EV charging, solar lighting, microgrid systems, and battery-related solutions. But this conversation goes deeper than technology. It is about leadership, systems, industrial timing, investment, and the future of power in emerging economies. Mr. Wang, welcome to Spotlight On today.
Thank you.
So let's start with something very important, because this is more like from the executive listening to you speak to us on your company in Nigeria, even though we know that you've got backgrounds in different fields before you came to this place. Before clean energy, there was already a long management journey across industry for you. Multinational commerce, FMCG, insurance, and entrepreneurship. That matters because serious sector teaches serious lessons. You've worked across all of these industries. What did those earlier chapters teach you about leadership and markets that prepared you for this moment in Nigeria?
It's a very interesting question. Actually, through my previous experience, I crossed a lot of field for the business. That is very challenging and also very good for me. Now I'm here in Nigeria for the solar new energy business because of what? We have a factory in China for solar street light. We got 15 years experience in solar street light. Actually, this is the earliest companies for solar lights in China. We design and develop all different kind of modes, specifications by ourselves, and this kind of very, very costly. We supply to more than 400 solar streetlight companies in China. They buy the parts from us and export to African countries, especially like Nigeria. But through the process, I found, because the marketing and also the companies, they want to save the cost. Sometimes they use the comparatively low quality stuff. That's the motivation for me to build up a factory and a business here
in Nigeria
by myself. So now we have a factory in Xiagang for the solar street light, and I bring the top-notch quality lights for the market. I want people to see what kind of light is the high-quality light, because I saw a lot of street light over in Nigeria. Sometimes when they install, and after several months, like 6 months, 1 year, some products longer time, like 1.5 and 2 years, and then later the light getting dimmer, and out. So actually they spend a lot of money, but the life of the light is so short. In the other words, actually, they are wasting of their money. So now I bring the high quality stuff to let people know. Actually, in China, and also the market here, people focus more on the price before the
quality.
Yes, than the quality. So, but after they buy the products, they found the quality, low quality, and then they waste a lot of money. So this is main purpose for me to
establish
that's right.
ENLIGHT in Nigeria.
Right. That's right. and people will see in the future, very near future.
Okay, so you established a company in Nigeria. When? And you've mentioned the purpose or what actually spurred you to start the company in Nigeria. Where is it? When did you register it? When did you start operation?
Yes, actually, I registered this company 3 years ago.
In Nigeria?
That's right. And during the previous time, actually, I just do the trading business. I just export.
Trading, buy and sell?
Yes, we manufacture from China and I export, or they sell to our the companies, the solar street light companies in China. Let them export. But through the process, I found they use the low quality batteries like second-hand batteries. This is a serious problem because of the competition. So many companies in the market, and they
drop the quality.
Yeah, that's right. So this is the issue, and the people suffered actually in Nigeria. They buy the lights, they use the low quality stuff, even the batteries. They use the B class battery cells assembled to be a battery, and then come out the low quality, low efficiency batteries. So this is the key issue. So now this time I not only bring the solar lights, but also
the batteries,
bring family use battery and industrial usage batteries to Nigeria. So this kind of high quality stuff the life of them of this kind of products will be very, very long, and people can use for 15, 20 years, even longer.
This lights and the batteries. So where is your company located in Nigeria?
In Shagam.
Shagam. Why did you choose Shagam?
Because in that area, a lot of Chinese factories, it's more convenient for us to settle down over there from the beginning. And then later, by the business and time being, we will figure out to establish the factories like in Abuja or someplace else.
Okay, that's your long-term vision.
That's right.
So which sector shaped your management discipline that made you to even start a company from export to now building a company in Nigeria?
Because, if I just do the trading export business, that will be much easier for me. I just, sell the products to the people, and no need to take the responsibilities for the quality and after-sales service. But, my experience, I got more than 20 years experience in top 500 companies in the world. So, quality ideas, rooted in my mind very deep. So I want to, bring the high quality stuff. But if I just do the trading and all export, I cannot control. So that's why I come here. I want to bring the high quality stuff, let people save money and enjoy the high quality products.
So what did you learn about scale from large corporation or corporate systems that you've worked? You said top 500 companies in the world. What did you learn about scale from your experience?
Yes, actually, back to 30 years ago, when I, first graduated from the university, I just stayed in the government-owned company for short term, and then I moved to the top 500 companies. That were European companies and also U.S. companies, and they brought us very good management experience, and I learned a lot through the experience. So, and also for the long-term business and work experience in this kind of companies, I know the quality is the life. The quality is your reputation. The quality is a brand. So that's why I insist the high quality products and also I want to build up the brand. I want Nigerian people to enjoy high quality products.
So quality is one of your driving force. Did those earlier days in 30 years ago when you started in a government-owned company and then moved to European companies and the US, did those earlier roles teach you to read markets differently that made you to think about quality?
That's right. That's right. People, the company focus more quality, innovations, the lifelong for the company will be longer, and the business will be better. Maybe if you put high quality products to the market, maybe the cost will be a little higher. From the beginning, it's a little difficult for marketing, but after a period of time, people will realize this is a real good products. So they are willing to buy, and they will trust the brand and the quality of the products. So this is the life and the reputation.
So many people succeed in one sector and stayed there. You've been in multiple sectors. You moved across several ones. Was that reinvention instinct or a deeper belief that leadership must evolve with the times?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, you believe leadership should evolve with the times. When do you know it is time to move into a new era from export to now a manufacturing company in Nigeria?
You know why? During the COVID, the world changed a lot. This is one issue. The other issue is that, I think it's about the time to reorganize the products. We need to bring the new high quality stuff to the market, because right now, people know the solar street light and the batteries and accept this kind of new products, but they need to improve their opinion. They move their opinion from the price to the qualities. This is what I want to do, and I will do.
Yes. So what does reinvention demand from you as an executive of ENLIGHT's technology company in Nigeria?
Actually, I want to build up a very good quality brand for the market and for the people here, and bring more high quality stuff here. This is what I want to do and will do.
So what does that take from you? Because you moved from exporting to building in Nigeria. What does it take from you? Because I believe maybe your family members are in China, you're the only one in Nigeria. What does it take from you?
It's difficult to say, because I've seen so many, bad things. This is maybe a little negative, but I have to tell something. People, put the second-hand battery, this kind of batteries from the EV car usually used by Chinese taxi or Uber. This kind of car, run 3 years, like 500,000 kilometers, and disassembled from this the chassis of the car, and they use this kind of battery. The life of the battery only left 30%. So this is, I don't like this way. So I don't like the people, be cheated. Or maybe it's competition of market, or the people make more profit. This is not a suitable way for the business. So that's why I think it is the time for me to come here to bring some new and good products to here.
So it's because of low quality products or cheating that made you think that you should just establish something that would serve. You're not just bringing your lights, the batteries as well are able to be gotten from Nigeria, and also quality ones, right?
That's right.
So I was asking what it takes from you personally, because you were living in China, right? Or the US or somewhere, and then you moved to Nigeria. What was it taking from you as a family person? Because you have kids, your wife, are they in Nigeria? What does it take for you personally to move from China, that's in Asia, to Africa and Nigeria?
The the most important thing for me is that, African people are so nice to China. They're not like the other countries, European and US peoples, They are so nice and they very friendly to Chinese people. And I think, African people need to get some help and support and maybe for the people, right? People to bring the right products to them to improve their life. And I want to bring more job opportunities to Nigerian people. And also I want to bring new technologies for them. I want to train the Nigerian people to learn more to do the after sales service, because now in the market they always selling, no after sales service. So this is maybe several purpose of from me to come to Nigeria and Africa countries to do this kind of things. Yes.
Yes, so it's more of you decided to come to Nigeria
That's
to
right.
give the Nigerian people quality, and it takes that you left your country to come to Nigeria from you. Let's take a quick break. When we return, we move from the man to the market and to the question of what ENLIGHT is actually building in a world that is moving away from old energy assumptions. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it's still Spotlight on with Mr. Dennis Wang. And a lot of companies say they are in clean energy. The more useful question is, what problem are they truly solving? Mr. Wang mentioned so many things: solving the quality problem, solving the cheating problem in the market, etc. And now we move back to, if you had to explain ENLIGHT in one sentence to a policymaker, an investor, and an ordinary family, what would you say the company is really building?
So if we want to build up a company, a business here, we need to focus more what we bring to this country and what we bring to the peoples here. What kind of opportunities we can provide to the people for them. And if it is possible for us to improve people's life here and make people get more education and let them learn more technologies. So if we can fulfill all these kind of target, I think the company will be prosperous, and also people will like this.
So you're also focusing on corporate social responsibilities to better the lives of people.
Yes.
So is ENLIGHT primarily a product company, or is a systems company, or an energy solutions company?
That's right.
Which is it? Is it a products company, a systems company, or an energy solutions company?
Yes. Actually, products for the solar lights and also the solutions for the energy system, batteries, or this kind of area. Because I have partners, very good partners. They are the biggest battery company in the world.
Okay.
And they are my very close partners. I want to bring the top-notch brand, top-notch qualities into Nigeria.
Where do you see the company's strongest value? Where is your strongest value as a company?
Yes, the social responsibilities, quality, and sacrifice to the society, not only for the profits, but of course they need to get some profit, right? So this is what I was.
Is there a part of your company that is underestimated?
Yes, that's right.
What part of your company is underestimated?
Actually, in that area, we already brought a lot of Chinese companies from different area, different field, and also already build up a industrial zone in that area, and resolved a lot of job opportunity. I provided a lot of job opportunities to local peoples, and in the future, we will build up more than the energy systems, and because in China have a lot of source to provide, to invite them to in this country.
So what I mean actually was you're building products, quality products. Are people underestimating it and comparing it with the low quality one in the market, or you're getting the kind of market acceptance that you need in Nigeria?
Yeah, people now accepting our products because when they use this, they immediately find it's different. For example, last time we did a taste from different brand of the products. Our lights is much smaller than the other brand lights. The specifications also low, but the brightness is almost double of the other brand. And when the people install our lights or the batteries, when they start to use, they immediately find fine. For the batteries, can stand a long time, much long time. For the lights, the brightness is much better than the normal products already installed on the street.
So your company produces multiple things in the ecosystem.
Yes.
You do solar lighting, EV chargers, storage systems, microgrids, and battery swapping solutions. Why was it important to build across the ecosystem rather than remain narrowly focused on just producing the lights, not the batteries?
You cannot do everything. Sometimes, we need to focus on certain area and make it to the top notch. But of course, we got the channels, we got the customers, they have this kind of needs. So that's why we have a close partner. I will bring the best partners in this field, different field, to Nigeria. I want to bring the best quality products here and bring the better lives for the people.
So you said you can't produce everything,
Yes,
right, as a company. As ENLIGHT, what specifically do you produce? Just the solar lights, or you produce the batteries? Or it's your partners that produce the batteries and then you produce the lights?
We major focus on the solar street light, but we do produce some of the batteries. And for the high quality stuff and the big project, we usually, I bring the top notch, the biggest battery companies. They provide the better solutions for the people.
So what does a serious energy system need beyond generation alone?
During the previous several months, the war between Iran and the US, we can see, the price of fuel and everything is materials
rising.
Yes, and also the environment. You can see, in the street, on the highway, I can see a lot of pollution outside, and also short of powers, suffered by the city. And if we can bring the clean energy to the people, here, Africa land got the most solar energies in the world. Can produce more power through the sunlight. So why don't we bring this to the country and resolve the problem of the power shortages, and also to bring the more bright to the people's rural area, and even poor peoples in the village, and we can bring the smaller batteries to them. It's not very costly, and they're affordable, and they can use it for the mobile phone and for light in the evening. So this is what I want to do.
So let's go back a little bit. You started ENLIGHT Technology Company Limited in Nigeria 3 years ago. What was the process like for you doing registration and being compliant?
Actually,
You registered with the CAC?
Yes, that's right.
So what was the process like for you? Was it easier? Was it cumbersome?
It's compared to China, it's not easy. In China, it's a lot easier. Not cost money, just to spend a very little money. You can register a company and you can start your business. But different country, different policies. I hope in the future, I hope Nigeria, government can provide the simple process, the low cost for the registrations to bring more. I will bring more Chinese people into this market. That will be better for this country and for people.
So the process was a bit long for you to register your company. Can you put price to the cost that you paid to register your company?
I can't remember exactly, like 3 million something.
Naira?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but it's compared to China, it's very costly.
Okay, so what does it cost to register a company in China?
In China, we almost spent no money.
To register a company.
Very
minimal.
Simple. Very simple. Government can provide everything. You just present a document you need to provide to them, and then give you the license very quick and easy to open the account. And somehow, if the company can bring the high tech for the country or for the people's result, provide a job for the people, government will support. Government collect all different departments in one place. So you just go one place and finish all the process of the registration.
And it wasn't the same for you in Nigeria. So after your company registration with the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria, how did you secure your physical factory? Was it easy? Was it difficult?
Of course, it will take time to getting better. I think in the future we're getting better and better, because people will realize we are providing job opportunities. We are providing the nice quality stuff. We are providing the products they required, they wanted. So I think in the future, everything will getting better.
Okay, give us timeline between the time that you started your registration process with the CAC and having a physical factory location. What long period did it take? Is it a month? Is it 2 weeks? Is it 3 months? Is it 1 year?
For the registration, won't take a long time. Maybe several weeks.
Several weeks.
Yes, we can finish the process.
For the physical location that you got?
That's right. But it's not easy for a foreigner to build up a business in Nigeria, because not all the people can speak good English. Most of Chinese people cannot speak a very good English. So if in the future, if we can provide more simple and convenient process for the support from the registration and also the business support, so that would be better.
So thank you so much. Let's take another break, because for Nigeria or countries like Nigeria, the real issue is not only technology, it is whether these systems can respond to the cost, reliability, and infrastructure failures that define everyday life. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back again. You're watching S24 Spotlight on, and we've been speaking to Mr. Dennis Wang, the CEO of ENLIGHT and Technology Company Limited, founded in Shagamu area of Ogun State, Nigeria. And now this is where the conversation becomes more immediately. In Nigeria and much of Africa, energy is not abstract. It is personal. It determines whether businesses survive, whether hospitals function, whether factories produce their products, whether schools learn, and whether ambition remains ambition without any impediment. So now, when we look at Nigeria as it is and Africa today, do you see an energy crisis, an infrastructure gap, or any of the greatest clean energy opportunities in the world?
Yes, actually, I see a lot. Nigeria is a country that produce the oils, right? Even in Nigeria, we sometimes short of power. The power supplying is not stable. Sometimes break. We need to use the either diesel or solar panel batteries systems to support the short of the power. And some of the other countries, for example, like Zimbabwe, as far as I know, the price of fuel already more than $2 per liter. So that's very expensive. So, in Africa, there's plenty of solar, right? So this is a kind of way to resolve the energy shortage crisis.
Okay, so is Africa behind or positioned to leapfrog? Is Africa behind in the energy sector?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Why did you say so?
Because,
there's shortage of electricity.
Yes,
is that?
It's the basic, through the shortage of electricity, you can immediately find that, there are some crises inside. And not like China, you never worry about the power shortages, have plenty of the power. You never, suffer the power shortage, maybe back to 30 years ago, even 40 years ago, I have been experienced the same situation like here in Nigeria. But, China already resolved all the power shortage problem. So I think, in Nigeria, by the time being, by the efforts, from all of us, we can resolve all this kind of
crisis.
Problems.
You've mentioned Zimbabwe, and you've got factories outside Nigeria and Africa.
Yes,
where
that's
and
right.
Where?
Zimbabwe, Kenya, South Africa, Ethiopia.
Ethiopia?
Yeah, I introduced a lot of Chinese factories to this kind of countries. And later I will bring more factories to here.
So if you talk about ease of doing business, which of these countries is easier for you to do your business in?
All similar
Okay.
in African land. But, it's improving.
Okay.
It's improving. But I think Nigeria is better than the other countries. And also Nigeria has huge market potential and the development space for the people who invest here. So that's why I decide and determined to locate here to build up, to bring and build up the solar energy products here and supply to the market, help people and result, provide more job opportunities for the people.
So you've mentioned that you want to maybe in the future found your factory in Abuja or somewhere in Nigeria apart from Shagamu. When would that be?
Maybe 2 months later, I will bring one of my partner. He's doing the concrete business. He has more than 180 concrete mixers in China, one of China city. He's one of the biggest concrete trader in China, and I persuade him for maybe 2-3 years. I invite him to Nigeria. I say Nigeria need the people like you, and we want to provide a better quality construction materials for Nigeria, because I can see and tell through the building outside, a lot of space need to be improved. Not only the quality, but also the safety case. Sometimes if earthquake or something happened, if high quality building, is stable, no risk, but the low quality building cause some serious problems. So that's why I want to bring more construction business into
Nigeria. And you want to choose Abuja?
Yes.
Okay, now you've mentioned something. Earthquake is not something that is really witnessed in most African countries, especially Nigeria, but maybe other natural disasters like flooding,
yes,
maybe wind and all of that, or fire disasters. So are you looking towards the concrete company you're thinking to bring to Nigeria to solve those problems more than to say, okay, you're building quality for earthquake, which is not a normal thing in Nigeria?
By the time being, people will realize the quality, high quality, for the importance of the high quality of the building. Need take some time. If I bring my partners earlier to the market, people will see earlier and will change, improve earlier. Because when they see the high quality stuff, everyone wants high quality. Right?
So what kind of concrete materials or building materials does your partner does?
Yeah, the bricks.
Bricks.
Especially the bricks, how to say, we can provide a very, very nice brick in the future to the market, and also high standard concrete to the buildings.
So Nigeria spends so much on diesel, backup systems, and energy improvisation. In your view, what is the smarter path forward? Wait for the national grid or to become fully reliable on solar systems?
I think, of course, national grid is reliable. If national grid is not reliable, how can people enjoy the light? And the major supply is from the national grid, right? For the solar panels and energy storage system can resolve the problem of power shortage. But in the future, if we can build up more panels and batteries in the future, we can resolve the pollution and supply more green energies to this country, to the people.
So as a foreign national or a Chinese national in Nigeria, what is your social life like? Like if you're in China, is it easier for you to socialize than in Nigeria?
For me, it's okay, no problem, without any problem, because I can speak English, and also, Nigerian people so nice to China. If I can speak English, everyone like to greeting me and say hello to me and also give hands to me. So, without any problem.
Are you getting any return on investment yet from your company? Return on investment, I mean profits.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, if in the future we got the profits, and I definitely want to invest more in this country. Not for me, not just for the profit, for the money. I just want to do something better in different areas, and bring some new stuff, better stuff for the peoples to improve their lives, to provide more job opportunities, and let the people receive more trainings to get the new concept and new knowledges for the products and concept, everything.
You've mentioned quality and also job opportunities for Nigerians a lot. Can clean energy become cheaper even with quality? Can it?
Yes, clean energy, the cost, the cost is much cheaper. much cheaper than the traditional, like diesel, coal. There's no pollution. The reduce of the emission of the carbon oxygen, and provide more energy and a stable uh, life for the people.
What's your staff strength in Nigeria? The ENLIGHT technology company, what's the number of staff you've got in Shagamu?
Yes, we currently have 50, and in the future we will hire more people.
Okay, 50 people. How many Nigerians are in the 50?
It's all Nigerians.
All Nigerians.
Nigerians.
Oh, okay. How many expats are there?
I train
apart from yourself.
Yeah.
How many Chinese people are in your company?
Only one Chinese engineer over there, because the local people need to receive the trainings. The rest, including the managers, all the stuff from the local people. I want to provide more chance to the local people. I like to spend more time and train them, let them improve them, the manager experience, skills, and bring more opportunities to the local people.
There are allegations and accusations that Chinese nationals actually treat their Nigerian workers in a bad way. What do you say about that? How do you treat your Nigerian staff?
We treat Nigerian people very nice.
At your company?
Yes, we provide the waters, and also we provide the lunch, even lunch. Mm-hmm. We supply the lunch for the workers in our factory.
What about their salaries?
Salaries,
is it good enough?
Yes, good enough. They all satisfied.
Okay. And I think we'll take another break right now. Then we move into the tougher questions: policy, private capital, EV infrastructure, and what serious government needs to do to make sure that they are able to tap into this opportunity. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back. It's the last lap for this spotlight on today. And no country actually transitions on technology alone. It takes bankability, policy, clarity, execution, discipline, and private capital that believes the environment is serious before we get to the promised land. As Mr. Wang mentioned so many times, opportunities, quality products, bringing partners is very key. If a country like Nigeria says it wants to attract serious private investment into energy infrastructure, what are the first three conditions that must be right? You've mentioned bringing your partners. So if you want to attract your partners to Nigeria, what are the first three things that Nigeria should do better?
So I think, in the future, we need to focus more on the new energy cars, trucks, and this is the trend for the world. The earlier we bring this new energy car, EV cars, and also the EV truck, we can save the diesels, reduce the pollution, and accept the new technologies. The earlier, the better. Mm-hmm. This is one area. And the other way is the infrastructure for the countries, like the road. If you build more road, the economic will improve quicker, and also the infrastructure for the architectures. We need to design and develop more, high quality and nice looking and more functional. Better functions for this kind of building. China has been through the more than 30 years fast developing in infrastructure. Now China has high speed railway trains. The speed already over 405 450 kilometers per hour for the train. And also, China already built the world longest, most of the highways in China. And also, for the new energy, China now is the leader of the EV car, battery, and solar panels. And I wish, more Chinese people, more Chinese companies come to Nigeria to invest, bring the high quality products, invest in Nigeria, and help Nigeria people and the country to getting better and better and to the new era.
So you've mentioned EVs, electric vehicles, cars, trucks, etc. And electric mobility is growing globally, like you've mentioned, but Africa still faces weak charging infrastructure and broader energy gaps. Is EV adoption premature, in your opinion? Because if there is no infrastructure and there is EVs, and I don't think that would work. So do you think adopting EVs in Nigeria is premature? Is it too early, or it's the right time for us to adopt EVs?
It's the right time. You can see now here on the road, a lot of second-hand cars, trucks here, and it cause a lot of pollution. And I saw a lot of accident, maybe because of the quality of the second-hand car or something else. But we need to change. This is what I'm saying. And for the first step for here, Nigeria, is that bring the hybrid. We can use both diesel and fuel.
Electric?
Yeah, and electric. We can charge at home. For the short distance, like within 100 kilometers, we can only use the batteries. For the long distance, we can use the fuels. So this is the same way like China, and by the time being we get more charging piles through the country, we can introduce more EV cars. And I think in the coming 3 years, more and more EV cars will be here. Yeah.
So you've mentioned EV cars multiple times again. What should come first for Africa, especially that you've traveled, you've got presence in Ethiopia, in Zimbabwe, in South Africa, etc. So what should come first when we're adopting electric vehicles, I beg your pardon, private vehicles for family to own, public transport, logistic fleet, or industrial users should use EVs? Which?
First, I think private. Private, because there's a very high market requirement for the peoples, and also a lot of Nigerian people knows the EV car. They saw the videos, and even me, I show my EV car from China. I bring my Nigeria partner friends. I drive the car, EV car. That's a smart car. 95% of the time when I sit in the car, I do nothing. I can put the destination, the car will go by itself. It can make turns by itself, make U-turns by itself. It can break down when the red light come out. So all the way, almost 95% of the time.
You don't need to do anything in the car.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. People impressive. For this kind of car, I want to bring this kind of products, because of energy, saving,
efficiency.
Yeah, and green, and also you can save a lot of time. You can do something in the car, and you release a lot. If you just drive by yourself, you will focus 100% on driving. But if you're using the EV car, smart car, that means you're a lot easier.
Are our roads ready for smart cars?
Yes, everything is getting better. take time, no worry.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm very confident to Nigeria.
Thank you. Can charging system scale in fragile grid environment?
Yes. But family, for families, they can charge by, family, but they can put the batteries at home and both the grid, grid and the batteries use the small chargers. They can charge through the night. It's okay, no problem.
I have neighbors that charge their cars through the nights outside of their building. So.
Yes, so that's why I suggest use the hybrid first, and later, with the shopping malls, we can install this kind of charging piles. We can see in Lagos, Sheraton Hotel, they installed the charging piles over there already.
Okay, and if you were advising African founders, industrialists, and policymakers today, what is the one mindset shift they must make if they want to build not just projects, but an energy economy? What advice would you give?
So I think, I would advise a lot, which are, good in China, and there's no less in Nigeria. I want to introduce, but we need to step by step. Everything is, I mean, everything is needed in here, and for the new energies, but how to say, the less investment bring more job opportunities, for the people, and also improve quicker for the environment in the peoples, So I want to introduce.
So, I mean, what advice would you give policymakers, government, maybe founders on the way to do things better in Nigeria, maybe in partnership with you in terms of infrastructure, etc.?
So more education.
More education.
More education and more, we bring the better quality stuff, people will recognize which is better, which is not better. So but we need to keep doing, keep pushing.
Okay, and now let's ease up a little bit. There is a segment called Rapid Fire. It's short answers only. Yes or no, whether you resonate with it or not. So let's start with this. Diesel or distributed power? What will you choose between diesel or distributed power?
Distributed power. Yes.
Grid reform or storage first?
Storage.
Storage first. Scale or affordability? Scale or affordability. For instance, you want to scale your company to Abuja and other parts of Nigeria, or you want to make it more affordable for everybody in Nigeria?
Affordable.
Affordable. Okay. Innovation or discipline?
Of course, innovation.
Innovation. Okay. And policy or execution?
Execution.
Solar or hybrid systems?
Solar.
Why?
How to say, hybrid system is good, but we have plenty of solar. Why not we take the natural source from the solar that's free actually, and get more energies from the nature, from the sun.
So what is the biggest energy mistake made in Africa?
How to say, so it's an interesting question, but
okay, if you don't want to answer that, it's fine. I just want to know, from your experience in Africa generally, what is the mistake Africans are making in the solar energy system? That's what I mean.
I think, it's about time people need to focus more on the quality. I don't want people to spend money and get the low quality stuff, low quality, low efficiency, and low lifelong products.
Where do you see ENLIGHT in the nearest future?
I will see, within 1 or 2 years, people will recognize our products and our responsibilities and also our contribution to this country.
So if you are to bring more partners to Nigeria, to bring more opportunities, job employment, etc., what companies would you like, or what partners would you like to bring to Nigeria, apart from the concrete industry partners you've spoken about?
Yes, I will bring the charging station companies, because there's a huge market here. We need to, start the African market. And so also, we will bring the new energy for the trucks, the container trucks and mining mountain area trucks with the new energy. This is, kind of products can saving a lot of energy and reduce a lot of pollution and emission of the carbon oxide.
So currently, what is the corporate social responsibility project that ENLIGHT Technology is doing in Shagamu?
Yes, now we focus more the staff training and let the workers receive more knowledges and bring the products, high quality products here to the market, and training the consumers to recognize the qualities, the importance of the qualities.
Thank you so much, Dennis Wang, AIZHONG, for joining us on S24 Spotlight On. Today's conversation reminds us that the future of energy will not be decided by slogans. It will be decided by systems, leadership, infrastructure, finance, execution, and by whether countries are willing to stop managing energy failure and start building energy intelligence. For Nigeria and for Africa, the stakes are very high, and reliable energy is not just about electricity. It is about competitiveness. It is about dignity. It is about productivity, and it may well determine how far this continent can go in the decades ahead.